Yeah, turn the mic up. Draft boys ready. Let's go. While they chase headlines, he's digging through the tape. Third string grind, every snap, every rep, everybody talking first round, same names again. Danny in the shadows, finding value in the 10. Stopwatch ticking, notebooks full of ink. Missed by the cameras, but he sees what you think you didn't see. From small schools to backups with a chance. If there's a sleeper on the board, he already made the call in advance. Danny Savage, draft guru, breaking down the board like a pro really do. Late round legends, yeah, he's standing on the truth. Day 3, Danny turning pigs into proof. When the lights fade out and the crowd goes home, that's when the future gets quietly grown. 6th, 7th round, undrafted dreams. You're connecting all the dots in between the schemes. Straight over hype, film over fame. If the league missed it, he's calling the name. Every year, gotta steal, every class got a few. When they go and show brand, Danny says, watch this dude. Danny Savage, draft guru. If it's sitting on the board, yeah, he's feeling it too. From the war room to the launch crew. Day 3, Danny, yeah, the legends coming through. Yeah. This is Danny Savage, draft guru. Let's go. Let's get into it. This is Danny Savage, draft guru. Let's get into it.
Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru. If you like the video, subscribe, give it a like, hit the hyper button. Also hit the notification button so you know when I go live. On an off week, the best beard on YouTube. On an off week. And an off day. It's weird. Some days you have, I think it's the weather. Because some days you have, phenomenal beard days. Other days, not so phenomenal. I don't know. Maybe it's humidity. No idea. All right, man. We'll be talking about Ole Miss offensive tackle Jayden Williams, 6'4", 330. He looks bigger than that. This kid, legit. He's going to be at the Senior Bowl. I want to see this kid's legit measurements. He looks bigger than that. He has over 44 games to his credit. He has 19 starts at left tackle. This past season, they had him at right tackle. Just a goon. And now when I use the word goon for a lineman, that's good. That's good. This kid got meat hooks for hands. When he snatches his hands on you, you ain't going anywhere. Listen, everywhere I look, they say he's 6'4", 330. He looks much taller. In all the games I've watched of him, he just looks. Listen, if we'll find out when they measure him at Senior Bowl, but the official measurements are at the combine. But by eye, I would say this kid is 6'6", 330, 340. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. So, what have I said? You can do more than one thing. You like that. Teams like that. He has left tackle flex, but he's been playing on the right side. I am the first one to say, if something ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm trying to say? Don't fuck with something. If it ain't broke, don't mess around with it. And he's been mauling people at right tackle. I do think he can get away with playing right tackle in the NFL. I think he can be very, very, very special inside at guard. And I'm always the anti-guard. I'm when a kid plays great at offensive tackle, I'm the biggest anti. No, leave him at tackle. I say that for like 99%, 98, but people like to slide him inside and ruin him. Last year we had kids that were all American offensive tackles taking snaps at center. It just shows you. And ironically, last year's team that was at the Senior Bowl that was doing that practice, they're at they're on the unemployment line because they suck. When you take someone who's an All-American left tackle and you say, "Yeah, go take some snaps at center," you suck as a head coach. And I'm not even going to mention the team's name because they're big as shit. They wear blue, but yo, that's who was coaching the NFC. Don't even get me started. But this kid, I think he could be special inside. But now, check this out. Everybody is big hyped on Ruben Bain, who I like, but 10 way too rich. Way, way, way too rich. And then Miami has Akeem Massador. Some people have him in the second round. If you're okay with a 25, 26-year-old rookie, it's okay. Hit your team. Very productive. Very, very productive. They both were very, very productive in the national championship game against Indiana. Go back and watch the Miami Ole Miss game. You did not hear Ruben Bain's name called once. You did not hear Akeem Massador's name called once. If you weren't like me and were looking at the both battles, I watched games in stages. You wouldn't have known they were on the field. Bain and Massador got completely shut down. And like I said, I'm not going to take one game and make you or break you, but well, those kids can play, man. Those kids can play. To me, he's a guard, man. Big kid. I can't wait to see. Can't wait to see what his official size is, and I can't wait to see what his official hand size is because this kid's straight out goon. I'm gonna be putting some tape in the comment section, and he's gonna be old Mrs. Right tackle Jayden Williams because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO. Also tonight, I know people don't watch football, but it's what's tonight? I think it's the American Bowl. You got the American Bowl tonight, Tuesday, East West Shrine. I look at the practices, but the games are not going to affect games and practices ain't going to affect my rankings. And then the last is in Mobile, Alabama, the Senior Bowl. But like I said, follow me now, people. Kids played a game last week. Not even kids played a game 3 days ago. Yet other kids' last game was November the 1st. So there's been kids that have been preparing for the American Bowl, the East West Shrine game, and the Senior Bowl. November, December, and almost the month of January. Who do you think is going to be more prepared for that game? Who do you think is going to be more healthy? Who do you think is going to be more stronger? Who do you think's been in the weight room since November? That's the way I think. As I get older, the combine strictly medicals. Medical. That's it. Peace.